The Rush is sponsored by State Farm.
Welcome to this week's episode of The Rush. As always, I'm Danny Frey. This episode we have football highlights in their season opener at Taylorville. We also have highlights from Jacksonville. That's where the Titans soccer and volleyball teams were Tuesday night. Other than that, we have a whole lot more, so buckle up, The Rush is now underway. The Titans were itching to play some football last Friday night. They wanted to show off their new defense, and that defense was tested early in Taylorville. Here's a guest anchor, Glenwood senior quarterback Matt Benitis. Matt, thanks for coming on.
Yeah, no problem. It's always a pleasure.
So, Matt, first game replacing Miles McAdams after he was 3 years at the helm. Any pregame nerves heading into Taylorville?
You're always a little nervous going into any football game, but other than that, it wasn't. I was anxious, but I wasn't really that nervous.
Well, let's head into this highlight here. Titans opening up against Mr. Bandy's hometown of Taylorville. Titans wanted to strike the Tornadoes. Both offenses got off to a slow start. Titans' Aaron Merrifield fumbled it, but here Titans defense, they help you out, Matt. Daniel Helm jumping on that football after Dalton Stokes fumbled it.
Yeah, defense played great. Big shutout, big win.
Well, what happened here? Ball stolen off of the snap. What happened there when you were getting the ball out?
Right as I handed it off, Aaron and I both were hit, and it just kind of popped out. The line need to step it up, and I think they stepped it up pretty well at the end.
So did the defensive lineman here. Cody Johnson eventually comes away with this football. That's after that fumble. The Tornadoes had the ball first and goal at the 3-yard line, and there's Trevor Dow with some love for Cody right there after that fumble recovery. Score was tied though, 0-0. Both teams had 2 fumbles in the first 3 minutes. Bad snap by Taylorville. There's Aaron Williams hopping on it at the 15-yard line. That would lead to a touchdown run from Josh Talley. Right here is where Taylorville started to get worn out by you guys.
Yeah, we started off slow, but we kept going right at them, and eventually we finally got through there with Josh's run.
Josh, and then a minute drive here, 4 seconds to go, 10-yard touchdown pass to number 11, new number this year for Daniel Helm. You guys had a connection from there on out.
Yeah, that's a huge score. Getting momentum right before half. We came out big second half too.
Got shuffled into halftime with a 14-0 lead. Extra point was no good after a touchdown, so you had to go for 2 the second time. Crowd was all ready to go for the second half. Here, great pass over the middle to Tyler Brown, and he takes it down into Taylorville territory.
Yeah, thanks. We were preparing for that kind of play all week before that, and then even the week that we weren't even in school the whole time. But we were preparing for quick passes, let the line get ready, let me get ready, and then get the offense going, and that's what we did.
Great pass, 15-yard touchdown pass down the sideline to Daniel Helm. That made it 20-0 Titans. Crowd really getting into it at that point. Sort of in cruise control, but Austin Bell on the defensive end, back-to-back sacks on Taylorville's Tanner Champley.
Yeah, Bell, he had a great game. The whole defense had a great game. Every single player on defense shut out. Bell had 3 sacks to top it all off. That was pretty good.
Back-to-back there, that was on 3rd and 4th down to stop a Taylorville threat. Titans shut out the Tornadoes after a slow start, though, 34-0. Helm, 2 receiving touchdowns, Bell, 2 sacks. Here's some post-game sound.
Really, it was just like we got to keep fighting on defense, and the offense needed to work through whatever their struggles were. We popped the ball out on the goal line a few times, and we just had to keep, we can't quit. We got to keep fighting, and, it worked out. The goose egg.
When I saw the ball there, my first intention was to pick it up, scoop and score. But it slipped, and I was just trying to be safe, hopped on the ball, big turnover. We all trust each other. We all have each other's back. We all pick each other up, no matter stupid penalties or anything. We all pick each other up.
It's a great day to be a Titan!
Hey, Matt, talk about that slow start you guys had. You guys were able to regroup and go to a solid win.
Yeah, we had 2 straight fumbles. Everyone makes those kind of mistakes. Aaron, he got unlucky on the first one and then really unlucky on the second one. The defense got to him before he could really get the ball. But I think we're going to be shoring that up this week.
And after watching that Taylorville game, what are you trying to shore up here in practice? What exactly?
Personally, I'm trying to get the ball out quick, be accurate with the throws, don't try and do too much, just get it to the playmakers and let them run. And I think totally we're just trying to make sure our defense stays as good as it was last week, and we're trying to shore up that offensive line a bit.
Yeah, offensive line had some issues. You had to roll out early and scramble early, and we're kind of overthrowing Daniel a little bit just because the line didn't give you much time. But they adjusted well in the second half. Yeah,
the second half they came out and were busting some heads. It was really good adjustment, and I think we can carry that into this week.
Yeah, and you guys, you alluded to this next week or tonight here against the Jacksonville Crimsons. What do you guys have in store against them? They have a really high-powered offense. The defense's job will be cut out for them.
Yeah, I think, but they might have a really high-powered offense, but our defense has gotten better since last year, and I think our defense can really make life bad for their quarterback and their whole offense.
Yeah, they got Bryce Schnicker, senior, starting at quarterback, and then they have Gabe Meganson, big offensive line talent, a junior, and then they also have Blake Hance, who's a tight end, similar to Daniel, except he's committed to Northwestern. So a lot of the defense will have to handle.
Yeah, I think, as I said, I think we can do it. We got Aaron, Daniel, we got Bell, we got Cody, we've got everyone, we got Forrest clogging up everything in there. Our whole defense, I think, it's gonna be fun to watch.
Okay, thanks, Matt, for coming on.
Yep.
The Titans travel on I-72 tonight over to Jacksonville for a key CS8 matchup kicking off at 7 o'clock. The Glenwood volleyball team made some changes in their back line this week in preparation for a tough Jacksonville volleyball squad that placed 4th at state last year. Let's take a look at the highlights. Jacksonville, led by number 18, Jalen Keene, that's a sister of former Jacksonville tight end Dalton Keene, and Sadie Stone here at the serve for Glenwood. That's an ace. Titans started out hot, and they would play well in the second match as well. Here's a nice save by the libero wearing the white, Katie Hudson. Batting it over there was Kate Reljek. A long volley here before the Crimsons under a nasty block here on Ellie Alexander, and that front line for the Crimsons very tough to stop. Glenwood almost loses it here. They had little mistakes like that all night, which ended up costing the game for them. Stone sends it over, and Alexander here, she'll put a spike, but will get denied, and there a point there for the Jacksonville Lady Crimsons. The blocking was poor Tuesday night. And here's Reljek sets up Tosin and Denny. Jacksonville, though, very good. They were able to take Glenwood serves and send them back all night. Reljek sends it back up. Batted over is the name of volleyball until eventually knocked over off the face of Kate Reljek. She took it like a champ, though, and kept going. So there's a point for the Crimsons. And then Tosin and Denny, she's going to UConn, committed there for volleyball. Taps it over, but the Titans can't handle this return. Too many mistakes like that cost the Titans a match in Jacksonville. 25-18, 25-23. Well, Reljek with 9 assists and Sadie Stone with 7 kills. Tonight, the Lady Titans head down to Edwardsville. They have a tournament down there which will continue tomorrow. The Rush will continue with soccer and golf highlights after a quick commercial timeout. Fat Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, Fat Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Aaron, you're all set.
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
So you're a dancer?
No, I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
More.
I'm a robot. Get out of here.
Get to a better state, State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
The Glenwood boys soccer team was in Jacksonville Tuesday night, facing a very physical Crimsons team. Now joining me is nobody. We're heading into the highlight right now. Glenwood against the Jacksonville Crimsons. Let's start it out. Luke Rechtenwall, number 18, being introduced. And Nolan Mays right off the bat. That one's going to be snagged by Enzo, the Jacksonville goalkeeper. Ball kicked around here. Eventually, John Schroll ends up with it here. Deep shot, upper 90 goal past the goalkeeper. Titans up 1-0 with 24 minutes to play in the first half. Ty Rogers, though, would answer on a breakaway. That goal gets past Alex Clark, and with 21-24 left in the first half, we were tied at 1. Just about 4 minutes later, Michael Giovanelli with the go-ahead goal, and the Titans led 2-1 in the first half. Here, free kick put up, but there is Alex Clark there to stop it. Glenwood led 2-1 at the half. It was a war of attrition in the second half, very physical game. Brock Tober there, breakaway goal with 4 minutes left to go. Titans up 3-1 at that point, and that would seal the deal in Jayville. 3-1 Titans win. Tober with a goal, Giovanelli with a goal. Here's some post-game sound.
Well, I think, we got the early goal and they came back and, we gave the ball away, and to their credit, the kid made the shot, but we come right back and get a goal. I thought the first half, you start to worry a little bit because we created a lot of chances and we were unfortunate not to put them away. And when you do that, a team like Jacksonville, as aggressive as they are and they have some speed, they can always stay in the game. So we waited a little longer than we hoped for to get that third goal, but once we got the third one, we were able to just kind of walk it in from there. Well, you're only going to get better if you're challenged by your opponents, and so a game like this over here, Jacksonville's going to beat a lot of teams on this field this year. They're a good young team. They're well coached, so it's a good victory for us. Just as when we went down to O'Fallon, the same thing. This Saturday we'll really get tested playing against Chaminade, so it's only going to help us get better. And that's what we want, continue to get better throughout the season.
The soccer Titans head up to Peoria on the campus of Peoria Notre Dame at 11:30 Saturday to take on Chaminade College Prep from St. Louis. That'll be a tough early season test. The Titan girls tennis team is without senior star and former CSA Player of the Year Catherine Ferris. She's out with a season-ending knee injury. This past Tuesday night, the Lady Titans were at home against Lincoln. Let's take a look at the results. Titans cruise in this one 9-0. Odin won her set 6-1, 6-2. Lexi Weekly picks up her win 6-1, 6-2. The next girls tennis match is on Monday, September 10th, here at Glenwood at 4:15 against Southeast. Tuesday, Piper Glen Golf Course played host to Glenwood SHG Springfield in Southeast. The Titans were led by senior Isaac Byer. Let's see how the boys did. Eli Day shot a score of a 44 out at Piper Tuesday night. Couldn't quite get it there. Ends up parring on that hole. And here, excellent shot, about 50 yards out. Lands about 4 feet away from the pin. Nice shot for Eli. There's the little roll that he wanted. And they're able to tap that one in. Day finished up with 44. Look at that form there from Eli Day as well there on that punt. Here's senior Isaac Byer. He shot the lowest on the team with a score of 40. And that one lands right up around the fringe there between the rough and the green. Here lining up, he'll tap that baby in there to end up with a 40 on the day. Look at this tough chip shot though a little later. It ends up rolling around on the green after he was stuck there around the bunker. Got out of trouble, but he's able to get that one in play. Here's Cody Hunt. He ended up shooting a score of 45. They're teeing off. And right here, this about describes the Titans' day as a whole Tuesday. This shot so close, but not quite. And that's about how all of Titans' shots were Tuesday. They end up in third with a 174. Springfield High wins the match with a score of 155. The next time the boys golf team will hit the greens, that'll be next Friday, September 13th at the Mattoon Golf Invite. The NFL kicked off last night, and that means the Rush's pick'em expert Aric Burklow is back with his weekly Pigskin Picks.
Hello, this is Aric Burklow's Week 1 Pigskin Picks for first edition for 2013. My first game is Cincinnati-Chicago. I think Chicago will win. They've won 3 straight opening days. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Chicago will pull it out at the end since it's in Chicago. My next game is Arizona at St. Louis. St. Louis will win. I think they will be actually pretty good this season, and I think their NFC West is a pretty successful division this year, and St. Louis's defense will do well against that Arizona offense. My next game is New York at Dallas. New York will win. They've won 5 in a row at Dallas. Eli Manning usually will play well at Dallas, so I think he'll rip them up, and that's why New York will win. Green Bay at San Francisco. Green Bay can't stop Colin Kaepernick. He had over 400 yards against them, 263 of them yards through the air and 181 yards running, and San Francisco beat them twice last year. And my next game is Atlanta at New Orleans. I think New Orleans will win. I think their defense is going to be better last year's defense because they have a better defensive coordinator, and since it's New Orleans' home opener, I don't see them losing their first game, but it'll be a close one.
Now it's time for the last commercial break of the show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back to the top 3 and weekly debate with Cody Johnston and Josh Matcheny. That Willie's in Chatham is a great family restaurant that supplies a wonderful dining experience. We offer outstanding fried chicken and over-the-top walleye pizza. With quality products at affordable prices, That Willie's is the way to go. Open Monday through Saturday, 12 a.m. to midnight. Call us today at 217-483-6969.
Aaron, you're all set?
Great, thanks.
Mike, thanks for doing that discount double check. You saved us hundreds.
What was that?
The discount double check? It's when we comb through your policies to make sure that you're getting all the discounts you deserve.
No, I get that part, but you guys are doing my move.
The discount double check move?
It's my touchdown dance.
So you're a dancer?
No, I'm a quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
More.
I'm a robot. Get out of here.
Get to a better state, State Farm.
Call Steve Bedford in Chatham for personal service and discounts that you deserve.
Kids, the breakfast is ready. Eat up. Your friend's gonna be here pretty soon.
I'll be there in a second.
Have a great day.
My friend's here, I'm leaving.
Be safe. Come home right after school.
All right, see ya.
Wow, your dads are really looking out for you.
That's not my dad. That's my family's financial advisor, Mr. Sullivan.
Sullivan Financial, looking out for your investments and your family.
Back to the Rush. I'm Sean Bennett, and here's the top 3. Let's start with play number 3 in Glenwood Sports this week. Aaron Williams recovers the ball after a bad snap, with Taylorville leading to a Glenwood touchdown. Play number 2 also involves the as Austin Bell sacks Taylorville's Tanner Champley on 3rd down, and Bell again brings down Champley to stomp the Taylorville drive late in the 3rd quarter. And in play number 1 this week in Glenwood Sports is from the soccer game in Jacksonville, where John Stroll boots a long upper 90 goal to help put the Titans past the Crimsons by a score of 3-1. That's it for the top 3. Now let's send it back to Danny for the weekly debate.
The Rush debut there for Sean Bennett. Right there, and now back here on the set, Cody Johnston and Josh Matcheny. Guys, thanks for coming on for the weekly debate. Okay, so we'll dive right into it here. Which college football upset impressed you guys the most?
I thought it was Washington over Boise State, mostly on the fact that Boise State is ranked and Washington beat them by like 30 points, and it's just a huge win for them.
I thought it was a match.
And you know what? Super Bowl, NFL season kicking off. First of all, Cody, we're both big Bears fans. How do you think the Bears are going to do this year?
You know, I'm hoping for 10-6. I'll settle for 9-7, possibly a playoff berth. Just gotta hope for the best and see if Cutler can lead us.
Matt, you got to bring up the Lakers. NBA, what's wrong with them?
They're just struggling right now as a team. They just can't get their stuff together as of late. Dwight got out of there. They had to find someone else to fill his spot, which would be pretty hard since he's so big, and hopefully Kobe's back by opening night.
Okay, we'll go into a scenario question right now. Would you rather, as a team, blow out a team or win on a last-second play? Josh, we'll start with you.
Nothing really beats in sports winning off a last-second play, just the adrenaline and everything, and just winning like that, nothing really beats it.
Cody, let's go to you.
I think winning off a last second, saw the adrenaline that's going through, the hormones that are pumping, all that.
Let's go to another guy who has a lot of hormones, Johnny Manziel. Is he out of control right now? He had first of all, the various issues on Twitter. I know at JMatch23, at Kojo1022. But what are you? Do you think Manziel a little out of control for the Twitter and then autographs getting suspended for a half?
No, I love it. I mean,
yeah.
Kid's a good old Texas boy. Gotta do what he gotta do. He's getting publicity.
Josh?
I think he's kind of out of control. His ego is becoming very inflated, and that's all fine until it starts showing on the field. I mean, it's entertaining to watch, but from a player standpoint, it's not good for his team.
Baseball season here, coming to a close. Who will win the NL Central and why? Right now, almost a three-team race, but the Pirates and the Cardinals right up there at the top. Cody, you're a Cubs fan, though. Won't be them there for a while,
No.
but what about, who do you think will end up with the NL Central?
I'm thinking the Pirates will, honestly. They're pretty much stacked all the way around. They have a really good pitching core, rotation's solid, and honestly, I'm just hoping the Cardinals don't make it very far.
Well, I disagree with you there, Josh.
I gotta say the Pirates too. They're just full of young talent and just a strong all-around team.
The Pirates will cause an issue for the Cardinals if they meet in the post. That's why it's such a huge deal for the Cardinals, I think, to win the NL Central so they don't have to go in that wild card game, win one, and then the Pirates, they most likely play the Pirates. That'd be a tough matchup for them in the playoffs. So who do you think, we touched on the NFL season, but who do you think's your Super Bowl favorite this year? Coming out of it, obviously talk about our own teams. What do you think about the Super Bowl? Who do you think right now could possibly in that situation, Cody?
I'm thinking the Broncos. Got a real strong defense when they get Champ Bailey back and Von Miller back, and Peyton Manning, just a stud, throwing to Wes Welker on third down, and they're just all-around team.
Josh, you have a prediction. I know you're more of a basketball guy, but you got a prediction here?
Yeah, I'm thinking the Seahawks. They have a really good secondary, very strong and physical, and they got a young quarterback in Russell Wilson, and coming off a kind of a disappointing playoff run last year, I think they're going to come out and prove a lot of people wrong.
All right, guys, thanks for coming on, and we'll see a match later on in the basketball season. And Cody, we'll see you tonight taking on Jacksonville.
Sure.
That's all we have for this episode of The Rush. Head over to Jacksonville tonight. That's it. We're out of here.